you are represented by the Page of Wands and the Knight of Wands. And this is fire energy. This could be representative of you or perhaps another fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising, male or female. And the page says that perhaps there's some exciting news on the way, or somebody is promoting optimism with regard to a situation. It could be that you're making some changes and you feel motivated to do so. For some of you, that may mean changing your residence or traveling, or you're involved in promoting something or negotiating something. And so some of you, maybe you're dealing with a new acquaintance of some sort, but there's something unexpected and some new possibilities, some new ideas that are in the works that require your immediate action. So for some of you, again, this is some kind of news. But for others of you, there's a lack of commitment or follow through. You may be involved with an association that you simply can't rely on. And because of that, maybe somebody breaks your heart, or they're, doing things to seek attention. Maybe they're not saying the nicest things about you. Maybe somebody's being insensitive. So you could be in a situation where somebody's unreliable or immature. They can't keep a secret. They can't be trusted. Or maybe somebody feels conflicted about a situation. So in some cases, you may be getting some bad news. Now, positively, this is about being very youthful. The Knight of Wands is seeking pleasure, fun. He doesn't necessarily want to be tied down or committed. He wants to enjoy himself. He's passionate, he's spontaneous, he's ardent in his pursuit of something. And, he's acting on his desires. And if he doesn't act quick enough, those may fizzle out. And so there could be a lack of follow through, of failure. Now, the Page of Wands wants to put in that earnest pursuit, and yet the other person, may be not quite committed to something. So that could be an issue, and maybe you end up having some spirited interactions with your partner because of it. You may find yourself in some kind of social setting where you are front and center, and your social skills are going to be important. So there are new possibilities, new acquaintances, something stimulating taking place. And negatively, it could be something selfish in some way. So you may find yourself obsessing about a situation and having fears about the possibilities that are negative. Maybe you're involved with somebody who's not really mature enough to commit to an intimate relationship, or perhaps that's you. Could be somebody's complacent or irresponsible. So again, you are dealing with perhaps some kind of unreliable situation. Now, making some small changes could make a big difference for you in the future, how you relate, your social attitude, your environment. And so for some of you, there is an offer extended, and that is the news you're going to have to act on. You're changing your residence, or you're traveling. Maybe you're going to accept an invitation to take a short trip, or you're going to go to a party or a gathering where, again, you are noticed, you are appreciated, and that may go very well for you. So again, you may be traveling, negotiating. This is a very active, energetic period where you may be doing a lot, fast-paced, high-energy situations, and you want to have a good time, and a sense of humor is going to be important, being spontaneous. And this is a period where either you or the partner may not necessarily want to settle down. Now, it could be that you're looking at your relationship, maybe you're moving on from it because something about it has changed, and it's difficult for you to pinpoint exactly where that change took place or why it took place. Maybe, again, somebody's being a prima donna or spoiled or selfish. Something is not performing as you thought. In fact, you have strong intuition right now related to your partner, but something about the timing of a situation is off. Something that you thought may progress or move forward, those plans could fall through. Or something that you hadn't counted on may arrive and show up for you. So something is playing havoc with a situation where you can win when you thought you would lose, or lose something when you thought you would win. And this may connect to some revelation based on some memories that you have. Something is being brought to light. Now, again, you may suddenly begin a relationship or a pursuit, or you may end that. So somebody may offer a date even though you weren't expecting it, or you may decide to become a couple with somebody, or it could be someone new or someone previous, but something about the timing is off. You may be tempted to take some kind of romantic risk, and then you end up regretting it. Now, this, whatever is coming to light, this new perspective, this new information that may require you to come up with a spontaneous or quick solution, may be tied to some memories you share with somebody, where you had some pleasant experiences, and the memories of that is influencing your connection. Maybe you want to do something where you travel and you create a memory together. Or maybe you just feel very sentimental or nostalgic about the past. For some of you, an old love is going to reappear. Maybe you need to think out of the box with regard to some kind of plan or action that needs to be taken. Now, the romance is characterized by the Ace of Swords and the Page of Cups. So for some of you, there may be a connection to water. Could be Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Rising, male or female, or just the traits of this page. So you could be feeling angry. You could be focused on some kind of agreement. You could have some agreement connected to a child. So there could be a number of things going on where you are dealing with a situation where your feelings, you're having to cut through feelings in order to get to the truth or get some clarity about something. You're trying to be very logical. Maybe you're trying to use your logic to override emotions. Could be that you are being dominated by someone, or someone is dominating you. So there may be some kind of struggle. And, it could be somebody's really trying to force their ideas about something. And there's a focus on what's fair between partners. Maybe you are having to come up with some kind of solution, and you come up with a brilliant idea. So there's some new thoughts. And so you're using that. Maybe you want to gain more freedom in a situation. Or for some of you, you're very determined to do something, and you're applying your will, your authority over it. For some of you, you may be going over situations that tie to legal matters and dealing with the law. Or if it's a medical situation, maybe you're dealing with surgeons or, people in the medical field. But you are entering a new cycle in your relationship where you're trying to personally empower yourself. And either you or your partner may be pushing your ideas or trying to get to the truth of something. And there could be issues when those new ideas are refused or not accepted. Maybe one of you needs to have a fresh outlook or a better attitude, or maybe there's some worries about your relationship. You could even have some regrets. And so maybe you're overthinking a situation, especially if you're feeling sentimental. Or, somebody's being insensitive. There could be some sarcasm, some domination. Now, if you're meeting someone new, you're going out, maybe you're going to have some stimulating conversation. This person introduces you to new ideas, to new concepts. And in the positive, you're changing the way you communicate, and for the better. So you're thinking about your relationship in a new and different way, or perhaps this other person is. For some of you, this may be a breakdown in communication. Somebody may be withholding their feelings or their affection, or they may, again, be very mean-spirited in the way that they speak. This could be about, the need to win, or again, over-analyzing in ways that cause stress. So there could be some emotional anxiety, or maybe issues centered around being physical if one of you is hesitant. So it could be that either of you are waiting for the other person to make a choice or a decision or that first move. And you're examining your relationship, your feelings, your partnership, and you're looking at what's missing in that relationship or what's missing in your life as far as social. And this is a period where there's a possibility of winning or losing more than you were aware of. For some of you, you will move forward. You're going to be ready to take that first step, to clear the air, to let a person know how you feel. But for some of you, especially if you're dealing with some immaturity or lack of follow through or commitment, one of you may be accused of misrepresenting yourselves, either emotionally or financially. And you're going to have perhaps a tense confrontation or discussion where at the end of it, you both get to find out where you stand, and that's going to make it easier to move forward. So this Page of Cups says there's a shift taking place. Your relationship was rolling in a particular direction, and now it's going to change course, and you're looking at something to get to the truth of it, to understand it better, to have greater self-awareness, and you're re-evaluating something and being more honest about it in that re-evaluation. Maybe you thought something was for you and you're realizing that it's not, or you just focused on something emotional. Now, this may center around, again, some kind of social invitation or some news that's been put out there regarding an engagement, a marriage, a pregnancy, a birth. So you are looking at how you feel. This could be somebody you're connecting to who helps you or comforts you or vice versa. And for some of you, there are cases where you're dealing with some kind of heartache or jealousy or, again, something is superficial or artificial about the relationship. It could be that there's a lack of experience, or you may be questioning where your relationship is headed. Maybe it's the early stages, or maybe again, there's been some kind of shift. You have this commitment that you made, you jumped into it, and now you're thinking, was that the right thing to do? So you're thinking of the consequences in connection to your choices. In some cases, you're looking at a connection where perhaps you started off as friends and now it's developing into something more. That relationship is solidifying. In other cases, you're looking at an ongoing relationship and choosing to see the better parts of the person, and maybe you're falling in love all over again. In other cases, again, you've been invited somewhere, you weren't expecting it, and you're ready to meet some new people and get involved socially. Or you're feeling some tension because you're thinking that moving further in this relationship would be a mistake. And it may have to do with the wisdom of something new or centering around children. It could be that children are impacting your relationship, or you need to remember those good times. You need to get back to the childlike part of yourself to, stoke the exuberance of romance. Be more playful in your interactions. For some of you, maybe you're involved with somebody younger, you're dating somebody new. So you are opening up to your intuition. You're trying to get to the truth about something and maybe seeking inner peace. In some cases, getting some guidance on what to do. Now, why is this occurring?